Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my No Pan Left Behind update. I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 palettes to roll out and 7 that are staying in its place. So we'll roll in a few more palettes to get some usage and go from there. So if you love project pan videos, definitely continue watching. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. So again, I do have 9 palettes to share with y'all of what is getting rolled out, and it's mostly not colorful shadows. Colorful shadows are staying in this project still, but we're gonna go over the 9 palettes that are getting rolled out. First one being KKW Beauty Camel palette, and this is the Color Story, very beautiful, perfect fall time palette. Really enjoyed it, and this was pretty easy to use up, so this was good. Another palette that is getting rolled out is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Novu palette. This one is another one that is getting rolled out, obviously. And this is what it looks like. A shade that I used twice in this palette is this one right here to deepen the looks. This one was very beautiful. I really enjoyed this palette. And again, very nice and blendable, pigmented. It was really good. I kept trying to remember to take pictures, and I believe I have a few of them to share with y'all, but I don't have very many. But for now, those 2 I've used are No Pan Left Behind. Another one that I rolled in, this is what it looks like. This is the Transition palette by Dominique Cosmetics, and I decided to use it as well. So it's a lot of like everyday nude type of shades. And this one here, I used this shade and this shade more than once. So this one twice and this one 3 times, but everything else was used in here at least once. And I really enjoyed this palette. It was really nice, pigmented, did the job. And again, all matte palette, perfect for every day. And I really enjoyed it. So I was doing a lot of nude looks lately. So I also used up both of these, or No Pan Left Behind both of these Natasha Denona palettes. The first one is the Mini Love. That looks like that. And then I also did the Xenon or Zendo palette. This one right here. These are pretty easy to use up, you know, two looks and you're done. So these are nice. I've really been enjoying like collecting these little Natasha Denona palettes. These are perfect for traveling, and it kind of sucks that they're not like magnetic like all the other palettes are, because I was trying to make my own custom palette the last trip I was going to, and I couldn't do that because these are not magnetic. So that kind of sucks, but it's great formula. This palette I really enjoyed. This is the Jewels and Gem palette by Odin's Eye, and this palette here, everything was used once besides this color. You can't really see it. This color right there, that one was so pretty, and this one was pretty much like just a topper on the lids and a little bit of shimmer. It was so beautiful. This one is so pretty too. It looks white, but in person it's like a reflex of, it looks like blue, pink, and purple, but on the eyes it's more like a green. Let's see. Can you see? It's like very unique. I don't know if you can even tell, but on the eyes it was so pretty. It's right here. Can you even see? No, you can't. But it's like, it's different because like again in the pan it looks like green, blue, purple, but on the swatch it's like yellow, orange, and green. It's very unique. Again, I really enjoyed it and it was nice. These 2 I used, the blues, I used in the outer corner and I loved it. I loved that little pop of color like on the outer corner instead of like in the crease. And then my eyeliner today is nice because it's colorful as well. So again, I really enjoyed this palette. I would definitely love to keep it in my collection. Again, if I did a declutter, this would not go anywhere. And again, I really enjoyed it. Next up that I No Pan Left Behind is my Pretty Grunge palette by Huda Beauty. This one's more of a vampy color story there. Let's see. The shade that I used twice was this one here, this marbling one. It was a really pretty, like, so like taupey color right there. If you mix them together. Anything else that I used twice? This shade, like the deepening shades again, but I was trying to really like go into other palettes so I can get my usage out of them. But this one's really pretty again and really nice and smoky, so I really enjoyed that. Another neutral palette that I No Pan Left Behind is my Latte 2 by Dominique Cosmetics. It looks like this, very easy palette to use again every day. I only had to use this shade, so yesterday for work I did messily applied it like on the lid and the crease area, and then I used like a nude and like went over it, so it kind of covered it up. I was trying to get my usage out of everything, so I just really enjoyed this palette. This color here is more like a topper as well. These other 2 shimmers they're actual shimmers. This one's just a topper. Again, another palette that I enjoyed. And then lastly, the blue that I'm wearing on my eyes is from this palette here, the Jacqueline x Morphe collab. This is very old. I've had it for very many years. It's old. This is like the first launch she had, and I finally finished it. Again, I used this color right here on the as a liner, and I really like it. I think it's really pretty. This palette here, I used everything once besides these two shades down here. I used them 3 times. Both of these, again, deepening shades to use. But I'm glad that I'm getting this finally rolled out. It's very old, but it still works. Like, I was noticing that some of my shimmers, like, feel the same as that Jacqueline palette from other palettes that I've been using. So, I don't know. I think I will have to like declutter it soon because it is older, but it's also powder, so I'm not super concerned. But do I want to wait until I have a concern using it since I know how old it is, you know? It's kind of like, what are we doing? So those are all the palettes that I actually no pan left behind from the last round. I'm going to share with you the 7 palettes that are still pending to be fully used. So let's just go ahead and jump right in onto those. So the first palette that I haven't no pan left behind all the shades is my Viseart Dark Edit palette. And this one here, I only have 3 shades left to use. And it's these 2 down here and the orange on the top. So this one will definitely be a palette that I could finish. This one's a good like deepening palette. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, this should definitely be done by the next update. There was like a few of these palettes where I was like, I need to like get my usage out of them. Like the Dominique Latte, I only had the blue, and then those 3 shades in the Jacqueline. Like I was just trying to get them in and finished before I did this update. So I was just looking at my tallies and my notebook that I have everything written down of all the palettes that I've used. And these 2 palettes here have been in here for at least like 4 months. So I need to get my usage out of this. Now that I did this colorful liner look, I'm probably going to be doing that with both of them. I can do them with both. So this one here is the Kaleidos Futurism, I think 4, and VR Neon. This I have not used at all, and I'm sure you can tell why. It's a very colorful palette, so we will try to use this as liner very soon. And then this one is the Harvest of Souls palette by Fantasy Cosmetica. And this one, I've only used the purples in here. Everything else has not been touched, so I've only used the purple quad, and everything else is still pending. So this is a really great formula. I feel like Fantasy Cosmetica and like Bella Beauté Bar and Unearthly Cosmetics, like they all kind of have like a similar formula, like buttery, smooth, and pigmented. But I don't know if they use the same lab or not, but I feel like they're pretty comparable. So those 2 have been in here for a while. I've also have my Blueberry Muffin palette, and I remember using a couple of these shades, but I didn't tally it up. So this says I haven't used it at all, and I really liked this palette. So unfortunately, BH Cosmetics isn't around anymore, but I don't feel like this is something I'd want to declutter. I just think it's like a really unique color story and really different. So we will get some use out of this and get it out. Like I really want to focus on these 7 palettes and get them out because they're just lingering in here, right? Like just lingering around. Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palettes. Like I should at least have like these 3 rows touched. Like these other ones are a little more scarier, I know, Mariella, but it's okay. And yeah, this is another one. This is, I think, discontinued now. This is the palette and the reason why I bought from Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Surge palette. I remember seeing it online and I was like, that is beautiful. Very unique, right? They don't sell this anymore. I don't know if it looks as neon in camera, but in person it is. Can you see? Like that's super neon compared to like here it's kind of washed out. They're not pastels, they're neon shades, the top 2. They're really, really cool. So again, another palette I need to touch because none of the shades have been touched. Okay, another one that I haven't touched is this one right here, the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. Yeah, I haven't used any of the shades in here at all. And this one was a palette that I thought about decluttering, but maybe once I use it more, I will change my mind. So another one that I need to use. And then lastly, that's still in this round, is my Natasha Denona Retro palette. This one has a few shades that I have used, but still most of them not touched. So I've used both of the outer corner shades that you see here, and then I've also used these 3 right there. So everything else needs to be used and no pan left behind. So we decluttered or took out 9 and are keeping 7. I really want to focus on these 7 I know like this one for sure will be done because I only have 3 shades left. So we'll see. We'll just roll in 8 this time around. I'll roll 4 from my like random app, my spin the wheel app, and then I'll pick the other 4 myself. So let's see. I updated the wheel before I started filming. I only have 25 palettes left in my collection that are no pan left behind. I started with like 165. I have some thoughts because I haven't obviously used all those palettes in 1 year, and it's taken me last year and this year, so 2 years to go through my whole collection. I started at 165 palettes, now I'm down to like 130 something, and palettes have came and gone from my collection, so it's taking me 2 years to use my whole collection. Like, this is the whole point of this project. Like, hey, you have too many shadows. Like, you probably shouldn't be buying, you know? So, let's see. It's just a thought that I was thinking, like, you have too many palettes. You can't even use all of them in 1 year, you know? But that's the purpose of this project, right? Natasha Denona Safari palette. Let me write that down. I was actually surprised that I haven't no pan left behind that, but who knows? Next palette. I don't know if I finished my sentence earlier. Like, that's the point of this project, is to like use what you don't touch, right? So Give Me Glow Vivid Rose. Ooh, I was hoping I would get this one. If not, I was thinking about picking it. Vivid Rose. This one will be a good one. I guess you guys want to see that and not me, right? Pat McGrath Mothership Sublime. Pat McGrath. Is this the other big palette? We'll see. I'm thinking so. Maybe? Or is this? I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. One more, and then I'll pick the other 4 myself. Give Me Glow Bad. Ooh, perfect timing. Give Me Glow Bad Witch Club. Like, it's October. Like, of course we need a Halloween palette, right? Alrighty, so I'll go pick another 4 myself, and we'll be right back, and I'll share with y'all what these palettes look like. Okay, I'm back. So, quickly, the palettes that are staying in is my Kaleidos VR Neon, which looks like that. Everything's getting like blown out, but it's a bright palette. Also have my Viseart Dark Edit that looks like this, the 3 shades. I have my Blueberry Muffin palette by BH Cosmetics that I need to use. Also finish off this Harvest of Souls palette. Trying to hurry, I have an appointment and I have to leave soon. Natasha Denona Retro palette. The Pat McGrath's Mothership Celestial Divinity palette. And the Blend Bunny Surge palette. Looks like these. Brighter shades. Okay. So I picked some shades, or some palettes. So the ones that got rolled in is the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose. Mine looks a little bit different. This is how I purchased it off of Mercari. So it's more of like a neutral. It's so blown out, this camera. Kind of looks like that. Like purple shades, so this will be nice to use. Also rolled in this Mothership Sublime palette, which is perfect timing. I keep thinking about this palette every time I do a declutter, and I'm like, this is so pretty, I don't want to declutter it. So glad that it got rolled in to finally get some use out of that. Bad Witch Club palette by Give Me Glow. Looks like this. Perfect palette to come in October. Also rolled in my Natasha Denona Safari. Mine looks a little bit different as well because I put some of my bronze shades in here, and Safari's in here as well. So mine looks a little bit different. It looks a little, this is more truer of the color story of mine. The lighting is just lighten everything up, but this is what it looks like. So the 4 palettes that I picked is the Viseart Milieu palette. So I'm bringing some nudes in. Another one is the Hella Odin's Eye collab with Angelica. Odin's Eye and Angelica collab, which is the Hella palette. It looks like this. So brighter shades to use. We will see how I do. And 2 more Pat McGrath palettes. So the first one is the Mothership 5. So this is Bronze Seduction. It looks like this. And this is what my packaging looks like. So I keep my packaging because I think it's just so pretty to get rid of. And then lastly, I brought in this one, because this one's been in my new makeup drawer for a while. This is the Mothership 3 Subversive. So this is the packaging for it. Decided it's time to use it. So this is what it looks like. And yeah, so that's my color story that I'll be working with the next month or so. We'll see how many palettes I can get rolled out in the next update. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're doing a no pan left behind, let me know so I can check it out. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!